this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So we're here for another one of Rachel over at Roxy Creations, one of her challenge videos. So I'm going to do week 7. I think she's now on week 8, but she had redone her week 7 video, so I hadn't caught that last week. So I'm going to do it this week instead. And all she did was made these fantastic corner pockets with her book pages. So I've grabbed along a bunch of book pages here. I've got these, which are from a vintage clock book. And then I have these ones, which are from a vintage, mathematics book. So I'm going to kind of use between the two. Now, these are quite thin, flimsy pages, I've got to say. But hopefully they will still be fine, because obviously we're going to layer them up with some decorative papers and things like that as well. So I'm just going to put those to one side. And then I've also brought along some decorative papers here that I'm going to obviously put onto these. So if you're going to be joining along and you didn't happen to see Rachel's initial video, I'm just going to use scissors, obviously some glue, my little glue spreader, and maybe my bone folder. I think that's probably it. I have also got my blendy tool and my ink, and, you know, obviously being my messy desk, I have got a bunch of things that I can just put in to decorate. So yeah, let's kind of get going. So I'm just having a look. I think we're at like a couple of minutes. So, right. So all she literally did, and, you know, this is my type of pocket because I just love easy projects. So she just folded her book page over at the corner. So, oops, I've not even got that straight. So that's not a great start, is it? Okay, right. Take my bone folder and I'm just going to kind of squish that down. And then, I mean, she kind of cut hers off, obviously, to, you know, at the side to level it off. And she cut hers so that they had a nice kind of squared off piece. Again, you know, up to you really how you finish yours off. And again, you know, you could leave this bit long, so it's a kind of tool pocket. Or, you know, I guess you could kind of fold it up. You could make another pocket from it. I think we've done something a bit like this in our mass making. It is hard to remember, to be honest. But all I'm going to do is start by just gluing down my flap. So sorry, I'm just cleaning my glue nozzle off. Oh, right, okay. So we just glue this down. Okay. And then we can obviously decorate our little pieces up. And I mean, I just love quick, easy things. So, you know, this is right up my street, to be honest, this type of pocket. And then, of course, you can collage it up. You know, you could just use one decorative paper. I mean, you could even leave it as the book page, you know, completely up to you. But aren't they just, you know, super quick and easy? So I'm going to kind of try and do them a bit mass make style, like assembly line style, where I'm going to make a few of the bases and then we'll decorate a few with some decorative papers and things like that. So I'm just going to literally do that same process for a few. I won't bother trying to be too over ambitious because I doubt I'll actually get that many done. Sometimes I think, oh, I'm obviously a bit over ambitious there, thinking I was going to make hundreds of them. Okay, so we can cut this down and then just, you know, snip that little piece off there. Oops, that did not look very straight, did it? Okay, so that's a bit better now. Okay, just bin those bits of paper and we'll just glue this down. And obviously I'm just using my wet glue, but obviously, you know, use what works for you. I know that Rachel uses her glue stick, but she obviously, you know, she buys a really good glue stick, which I haven't actually seen over here. I think it's called Giotto glue, but it may be an Italian glue because obviously she's over in Italy. So, and I will try and remember to link Rachel's original video below. If I forget, please just nudge me. I'm not deliberately forgetting. I'm just absolutely rubbish at remembering things, to be honest. So yeah, just nudge me if by any chance I haven't remembered to put the link below, and I will just then add it in. And there's a hashtag for this. So I think it's Roxy's Weekly Challenge. So hashtag Roxy's Weekly Challenge. So hopefully that's going to be included in the title. And, you know, hopefully then if you search Roxy's Weekly Challenge, anyone who's done the same challenge, you know, using that hashtag, that their videos hopefully will come up. So, yeah, that's the plan, hopefully. I don't know what happens if you don't use the hashtag, I've got to say. I don't know whether that means it wouldn't come up. I think it probably still would, but who knows? Who knows? I'll just, you know, follow Rachel's lead and just use the hashtag. There we go. All right, so that's 4. Then I've got this one, which obviously is kind of plain at the bottom. I'll do it this way round because, you know, I haven't quite decided whether I want to have the text page or whether I'll be covering it up. But I don't want to obviously just have it plain, which it would be if I were using the back. So again, just chop that down. So I hope everyone's having a good day. It's a grey, miserable day here. As you know, I normally film ahead, but like I said last time I did one of these Rachel challenges, you know, obviously I am filming this kind of, you know, shortly before uploading it because it's a challenge. So, you know, I don't want to kind of be miles behind with the challenge. Yeah, so the weather as I'm describing it, grey and miserable, that's the weather this week. Although, to be fair, there have been 1 or 2 really quite nice days. Yeah, I think Tuesday was really nice. It was lovely and sunny, but it was really, really, really windy. Really windy. Okay. Right, this one obviously has that picture, so I'm going to kind of come down like this, do it this way round, and try and get rid of that whole picture there. So, like that. And then just squish that down here. Okay, and again, just trim that down. And then I'll just make a couple with my, you know, mathematics book. Oops. Terrible shoddy cutting today. Okay. Okay. So I'm hoping that I will load this up for Saturday, on Saturday as Saturday's video. So yeah, I hope everyone's going to have a nice weekend. I haven't seen the weather forecast for the weekend here. I hope it's not going to be a horribly miserable weekend. I mean, a couple of days this week, to be fair, it's felt, you know, literally spring-like. And wow, it's just amazing how much better you feel when the sun's shining and, oh, there's a little bit of a glimmer of hope that springs around the corner. It just makes you feel alive, doesn't it? Okay. Okie dokie, and trim this down. Don't think we've got anything planned at the weekend. I mean, obviously we are still in lockdown. So maybe, you know, maybe a walk or 2. Again, it's very much kind of weather dependent really, because I mean, obviously if the weather's terrible, then we won't even manage to do a walk. It would just be the food shopping. And that will be the highlight of our weekend. So yeah. Let's hope for better weather, because that just sounds terrible, doesn't it? If the food shopping is the highlight of the weekend, that's just not great. Okay. There we go. Yeah, nothing new to report at all. It's just such a conversation killer, this whole lockdown thing, isn't it? Because, you know, you're not really doing anything. So there's just like nothing to talk about. I mean, having said that, we have now had, you know, I think they're calling it like a roadmap of our path, you know, of our way out of lockdown this time around. So, yeah, Boris Johnson gave, you know, his kind of, well, his plan, I guess, for, you know, how we're going to kind of approach coming out of the lockdown this time. So fingers crossed that that's going to go to plan. So all the schools going back by the 8th of March. So, you know, that will be really great. I mean, to be honest, I think it really is vital that the children go back to school because, you know, I dread to think of the long-term effects, to be honest, of them being at home so long. You know, anyone with teenagers, I'm sure, probably understands what I'm talking about here. But I mean, my son, who's 14, it's very difficult getting him motivated, to be honest, to even actually wake up before lunchtime. You know, I kind of try and wake him up and get him to go on his laptop and, you know, do some lessons and things. But yeah, it's not great. And of course, you know, I mean, you have to live with them. So you kind of have this then battle of, well, do I nag and moan and, you know, get him up? And then I will suffer the consequences of that for the whole rest of the day. I mean, much as he's a lovely boy, you know, and is a pleasure to be with. I mean, of course, he is still a teenager. So, I mean, he would still then probably be pretty miserable if I were to nag and nag and nag. So, you know, obviously, for an easy life and so that everybody has a nicer time living together in the lockdown, I just find myself then leaving him. And of course, that's not good, you know, but what can you do? I mean, I don't think he's the only one, because when I talk to other people, you know, friends of mine and things, and, you know, it seems that that is generally what's happening with a lot of teenagers. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying that it's good, but I think it's kind of almost inevitable, to be honest. I mean, you know, when I was a teenager, would I have had motivation to be getting up during a lockdown? Probably not. You know, much less log on then to actually do some lessons. Yeah, probably not. So, you know, I think he's kind of normal like that. But anyway, it's not great. So let's hope that this is over soon and they can, you know, really start kind of just getting back to normal, because I just think they need it. You know, they need it, we need it, everybody needs it now, don't they? Right, now I'm just wondering for this one whether I could kind of fold this. I'm now struggling to think what I'm trying to actually do here. Right, okay. So what I might do is, yeah, I might just kind of fold this down to tear it sort of, you know, the rough width that I need it for that pocket. Okay, so just go down there. I mean, as you know, I don't measure or anything. I mean, to be honest, actually, I find myself even barely managing to cut with a pair of scissors lately. I seem to be tearing more and more. I quite like the roughed up edges, and yeah, I sometimes just think that's more accurate than than cutting. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of do that. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down and then fold it back and cut it, because that way I'm really making sure that I get it where it needs to be, if you see what I mean. So I'll just go around there like that. Just try and get it a bit close to the edge there. But obviously I will be using my glue spreader, so hopefully I can kind of go around the edges. Or, you know, I can spread the glue out and it will go near the edges then. So let's just spread that glue out. So I'm nearly finished filming my beginners series, for those of you who have kind of expressed an interest in that. I'm nearly done now. So yeah, I've really had a nice time filming it, and I'm hopefully I'm going to do a sort of follow on from it. But again, you know, we'll see how it goes and see how it's received, I guess, because, you know, there's no point doing a follow-up, I guess, if it's not particularly of interest to anybody. But yeah, hopefully it will be well received, and I don't know when that will be going up, because I have got a few other things that, you know, I have filmed ahead, but I've still got a few things left to film on it anyway, so it's not, you know, it's not ready. But yeah, I'm making good progress now with filming that, so that's really good. Okay, so again, I'm just going to just tear this down. Oops, oh my gosh, I've made a horrible job of tearing that down, I must say. So I can just either try and bodge this up and just tear it here. Excuse the back, that was obviously a test, oh, what do you call those? You know, alignment sheet for the printer. Oh my goodness, I've, yeah, marked that up completely. Right, let's just snip this piece off. Okay. And then what you can do is obviously you can kind of go in, and if you just trim then, you know, like a couple of millimeters in, then I always think hopefully you really have captured the glue between the edges, because if the glue's not got quite to the edge, the chances are it has got sort of a couple of millimeters from the edge, if that makes sense. And, you know, you could do the same around all of those pieces. So, yeah. Okay, so that's my first one. Now, I have to say, I'm not quite sure whether I'm liking it completely covered with the paper. So I think for the next one, I'm going to try and do it in 2 different papers. So just wondering whether I can salvage anything from here. So I might just use that there, and then I might just put another paper kind of beneath it. So I'll just glue this one down first. Okie dokie. Oh, and I apologise for that as well. That seems to be my new phrase, obviously, at the moment. Okie dokie. Anyone who's watched my channel for a while, you will know that I just seem to have this horrible habit of picking up phrases or words, and then I just say them all the time. And yeah, I mean, and there's no point trying to stop doing it, because I just then replace one phrase with another phrase. So yeah, that's just my current phrase is obviously okie dokie. So yeah, I apologise for that. Okay. And then I'm going to, yeah, put a different paper down the bottom. So let's just have a look and see what we've got here. I mean, I have got another floral. I don't know. I mean, that's really not something I would normally do. But this is quite Rachel. I think she kind of mixes up different patterns quite a bit. And as this is her challenge, maybe I will try and kind of do something, you know, more in the style that she would do. Let's go for it. So this paper, you know, that I'm about to use. So this one here is from my bird garden papers, and the one that I'm about to use that I just kind of, you know, laid there. This is a new one that currently it's not in my shop at the point of doing this video. It may be in my shop, you know, by Saturday, you know, when this video goes up. I don't know. I'm still thinking on a name for it, and yeah, I haven't come up with a name yet. But yes, it may be in my shop and it may not be at this point. Oh, and please excuse the back. Again, it's just another piece that I've obviously, you know, printed double-sided so as not to waste the paper. So yeah, that's what that is. And the back as well is from that same bird garden kit. Okay. Oh, that's quite pretty. I quite like that now, and I'm sort of quite pleased that I was a bit more adventurous and went for the different, you know, the different paper. So again, just going to kind of chop it down to make it, I think, slightly smaller. Like that. Okay. And I mean, actually, you know, there's no reason you couldn't put a pocket here. Like I say, I mean, I've got this funny feeling that we did something a bit similar to this in the mass making. I mean, to be honest, it's very hard to actually keep track and remember what, you know, what we've done and what we haven't done. But I feel like we possibly have. But you could easily put a pocket on here. So you'd have obviously the pocket here and then the pocket here. That would be, you know, awesome. I mean, to be honest, this one here where we've used this complete paper, shall we do that? Should we put a pocket on there? So all I'm going to do is just double this up so that I've got, you know, double thickness. So I'll just cut that down. Okay. Only because, you know, this is just, it's slightly thicker than regular copy paper, but it's certainly not thick paper. So, you know, by doubling it over, it's just making it a little bit more, you know, sturdy and robust, really. So, yeah, I'm just going to glue that together and then glue that on just like a pocket. So let's just glue that down. I mean, obviously you can see, you know, this is quite big compared to that pocket, so I won't need to glue it right the way. Okay, let's just push that down. Okay, just mop up the table. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of put it there, but I think before I do that, I'm just going to trim the pocket down slightly because it is quite wide. So yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't really need to be as wide as that. These are probably quite big book pages. I haven't really noticed, obviously, when I grabbed them. But yeah, perhaps they are quite big pages. Okay, so let's just pop that down there. And then just easier to now go on to the page itself, and I'm just going to kind of line that up so to know roughly how high to put that glue. Okay, just pop that down on there. Again, just get my dry wipe and, you know, press that down. Okie dokie. There it goes again, okie dokie. You see, I can't stop saying it now. Okay, right, so just trim that out now here. Okay, might just, oh my gosh, making a hideous job of this now, but I thought just going to slim it down on this side. Oh, all I've really done is just make it horribly crooked, but never mind. Okay, well, hopefully that's, well, it's not too bad, to be honest, but yeah, it's not too good either, but okay. Oh my gosh. I think I'm actually making it worse, so perhaps I'll just leave it now. I mean, once it's decorated up and things, it's going to be fine. It's not really going to notice too much. But yeah, a nice pocket, to be honest. Really, really nice. I mean, it's so weird, isn't it? Because a lot of these pockets, you know, they're kind of virtually the same. Because like I say, I mean, I can't really remember whether we've done these on, you know, something similar to these or not. But just those tiny little things, you know, can make them completely different. So, yeah, I just kind of love, I love finding new pockets, you know, it's always fun. And it's just surprising to me that, you know, with the tiniest little detail, it can really just change how the whole pocket seems, you know. That's just really, really fun. Right, I'm just seeing, I think it's probably this way up, to be honest. So again, just kind of go up like that a bit, okay. Okay, and again, just like mop up the glue now from the table. Okay, and just trim that down and down on this edge. Okay, right. And, oh, let's do a pocket on there. Now, I've got obviously a variety of papers here, so it's just finding one that I think might look quite nice. I mean, weirdly, I know that's, you know, completely different, obviously being green and pink, but I'm trying to be a bit more adventurous, and for some reason that kind of almost goes. I mean, I say almost because, you know, it's probably not everybody's cup of tea, I do realise. I'm not sure it's really my cup of tea either, but oh, let's go for it. Let's be exciting. Okay, right. Just get rid of this edge. So sorry, I'm having one of those, you know, silly hand days today. Yeah, I do really like that. I know that's just odd, but I'm wondering whether we could have it sideways like that. Because if I have it this way, it's, you know, I've obviously lost a lot of the detail. If I have it that way, it's obviously upside down. So I could have it this way. I mean, generally, I'm not that keen on having, you know, like where the paper joins. I'm not that keen on having that as the pocket, because if the glue's not right here to the edge, then obviously it's not, you know, things will catch when they go into the pockets here. It could catch here, if that makes sense. So, oh well, we'll have to just do that, I think. So let's just go for that. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it in half like that. And if we have it up like that. So I just want to trim it down on the edge here. Yeah, about here. I mean, these are all very rough because I'm going to trim that pocket down anyway. So, you know, it doesn't have to be spot on. Well, luckily, because I mean, it's not spot on. And okay, let's just glue this down. Okay, right, just glue that down. Okay, now again, just mop up that glue that's now all over the desk. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to just have that on there. And actually this, so these are some invoices that are in my shop, and these particular ones have got these little like decorative pieces here. So I've just thought, you know, because they go obviously perfectly with these, I could just take one of those. Oh, I'll have to just put my glasses on, I think. Struggling to even see whether that was on the right way, on, you know, up the right way or not. Okay. Because I'm thinking that might look quite sweet on there. Probably torn somewhere. Could kind of have it, you know, I don't know, but somewhere on here. Because then it's, you know, bringing the two pieces together. So let's just glue this down now as a pocket. Like that. Okay. Put that down. Again, just kind of mop that up. Oh, I really, 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 really love these papers together, which is just the weirdest thing because, I mean, really, they don't kind of go at all, but for some reason, I really, really like how they look. It's very strange. Very, very strange. I'm not quite sure why I feel like they do, but yeah, just really like something about them. Okay, right, let's just trim the pocket down now. And there. Oh gosh, it's huge, isn't it, that pocket? Let's take it down a bit more. Probably need to put some more glue on there because otherwise it's not quite got enough now, you know, to kind of stick it down. Okay. Shall we go in on this side? Do I dare? Am I going to just make a hideous mess of this again? Yeah, probably. Oh well, let's just go in anyway. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Oh, it's a little bit wonky here, but that might just be where it's got that piece on it. It's kind of looking like it's wonkier than it really is. No, it probably is. It probably is wonky, but, you know, never mind. It doesn't really matter too much, does it? Do we want to have anything else? I mean, we could, I guess, layer those up. I don't know whether that's a bit weird, but see, now I've gone into decorating mode because, I don't know. Well, mainly because I had these little bits. So now I've kind of got waylaid and I'm now just decorating the pocket, but let's just put that on. Right, and then I'll put this to one side. Now, let me just see what the time is. Oh gosh, it's like 29 minutes now. Because, yeah, Rachel's doing these kind of how many she can do in 45 minutes. I mean, it's not a, you know, it's not a timed challenge. It's not a race or anything like that. It's just, I think she kind of felt that most of her projects take around 45 minutes. And so that was a good, you know, benchmark to put there. So I'm just kind of taking her lead, really. And going with the 45-minute mark as well, but yeah. Okay, so let's just glue this on here. Whoops. Yeah, so this will probably be the last one that I actually make, and then we'll decorate a couple up. So, well, we might only have time to decorate one up, I guess, depending on how much faffing around that I do. Okay. Again, just getting all that excess glue out, and then just spread it out with the glue spreader. Yay! Okay. Right. Okay. So again, I mean, this is sort of quite wide, so I'm going to just take it down slightly. Like that. Take it down a bit more. Let's try and make it slightly narrower still. I don't know whether these are gigantically wide book pages. I mean, they all seem to look quite wide, don't they? I mean, I felt like it was quite a standard book, but yeah, they just look quite big pages for some reason. Right. I'm just going to see how it looks with this again. Yeah, pretty awful actually, but... Oops. Oh, now look. Yeah, pretty awful, and especially now because I've torn it, but... Okay, no, not that. I have got some of this, which is from my curator's collection, the portraits and things set. I mean, that's quite nice, and I could even kind of tear her out and have her somewhere, because it's quite a neutral one. I think I've got another sheet of that. Just kind of seeing which section would look best with this. I mean, who knows, maybe not. That's what I've got here. I've just got them all on my lap. You know, some papers that I brought along. We've got that. No, that doesn't look very good. Oh, let's go for the curator's collection, shall we? Okay, so I'm just going to go for this section here, I think. Let me just trim that down. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let me just trim that off. I've probably done it too small now. Oh no, thankfully it's okay. It's not looking too bad. Right. So I'm just going to glue this together again, just so as we've got a sort of more robust piece of paper, basically. Okay. And the nice thing about this one is, of course, my fold is going to be there, you know, at the top of the pocket. So I'm not going to be like having the open, you know, the paper that's glued together as the top of the pocket. It's going to be the folded edge, which I just think is much better, because then when you are genuinely using it as a pocket, you've got nothing for the paper to get caught on. I'm not saying the paper would get caught on it, but I always just feel like it's a vulnerable point, you know, for the paper getting caught if it's you know, if you've used that edge rather than that edge. Okie dokie, right. So yeah, we're going to just glue that on there, and then I'll trim it down afterwards. So again, I'll just put it sort of next to here so as I know roughly where to put that glue. So these are my French blue background papers, these blue ones, and this is my curator's collection, the portraits and timepieces background papers. I apologise if I'm repeating myself. I just couldn't remember whether I said that or not. And, you know, I know that obviously you ladies do really like to know what papers that we're using, you know, because it's nice to know, isn't it? Okay. Oh, I quite like that together, and by the time that I've inked that and things, I think it will look really, really nice together. Okay, right, let's quickly cut that down. Oops. It's all very quiet downstairs, isn't it? Right, okay. So then let's decorate up a couple of these now. Again, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing to decorate them, but let's just see and do them. So I'm going to lay them out so that I can try and do them quite quickly, because otherwise, again, I could just be here all day, to be honest. So should we just ink them up first? I mean, Rachel doesn't very often ink her stuff, funnily enough, and you know, I've heard other people comment that she doesn't ink her stuff up, and it always looks really good. I don't know why, but if I don't ink my things, I often feel like they just don't look very finished. But Rachel's things look really good, but, you know, I guess it depends what, you know, what look you're going for. I don't know. I mean, she is going for the vintage look, but, yeah. I mean, a lot of her book pages that she uses, they have a really good coloration on them. I mean, she seems to get amazing books. You know, I don't know whether she gets them from markets in Italy or shops, or, you know, I'm not quite sure. But, I mean, she does get some amazing books, I have to say. Okay, just go around there. So this is the only one that I did without the pocket, and yeah, I'm not quite sure, because this feels a bit like a bit of a waste of space now without the pocket. But we'll see. You know, I mean, it might be quite nice not having the pocket from a decorating point of view, because of course I've got then a much bigger space to decorate, which that's quite nice, isn't it? Just going to just trim this little corner because it seems to be a little bit poking out. Okay. Oh gosh, now it looks like it's poking in. And this is obviously why other people use the paper trimmer. So perhaps I should, yeah, should kind of take that as a lesson there. Right, what should we put on these? Let's have a look. I'm just kind of scouring on my desk to see what type of things that I've got laying about. Okay, I've got some stamped images actually that, these are some new stamps, and I have just done a video using these actually. It was inspired by Joey DeFee, her latest video. So again, I'm not quite sure when that will be going up, but hopefully not too far down the line. I mean, you know, I might even put that up on Friday, but because I'm just filming this on Thursday. So it might, you know, it might already be up, but if it hasn't gone up, these are some Finnabair stamps by Sampuria, and oh gosh, what's it called? Hold on, let me just have a look at the set. Finnabair stamps, Prima. Beautiful Story, these are called. I'm just going to quickly show you. I won't dwell on them too much because I have, as I say, put these in a different video, and unfortunately they're not really sticking on the stuff. So when I turn these over, they might all topple out. There we go. Aren't they just such gorgeous stamps? They're lovely, aren't they? So yeah, they'll be coming up, like, you know, in more detail in my other video, but I just thought as I was using these little bits, I should probably quickly show you and tell you which stamps they were. So I just literally received these recently, so yeah, really, really, really loving them. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous stamps. Right, and actually they also came with a little sort of ledger piece as well, and again, I mean, I love that too. So let's just tear that out as well, and we use some of that. I mean, it's just great when you can actually use some of the things that you've got laying about on your desk, isn't it? So right, this is that one without a pocket actually, so that could even go, you know, smack bang in the middle there because there's no pocket. This one here, obviously this has got a pocket, so I could have it either there or I could have it in the pocket, you know, coming out of the pocket. Okay, let's just tear this one out. Oops, just tear around there. Okay, right. Oh, it's quite nice that side, actually, perhaps for a change. Let me just get rid of those lines. Oh, perhaps I prefer it on the back. Yeah, maybe prefer it on the back. So let's go with those. Right, now what else shall I put on those? Just quickly having a bit of a rummage around, seeing what I've got, you know, floating about on my desk right now. I mean, to be honest, you name it and it's there floating about, but oh gosh, floating about and, you know, accessible, so I'm not going to just tip everything over the desk is, I guess, another thing really, isn't it? I mean, I've got my Edwardian lady cutouts, which I could have on one, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure she's quite right, if I'm honest. Got my umbrellas. I do love those umbrellas. They're just so fun. Oh, that's quite cute, isn't it? Oops. Yeah, I do quite like that. Right, let's do that one. So at least I've done one. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling excited now, or feeling kind of, oh, what's the word? Oh, what's the word? Not excited, but you know, must hurry. Can't think what the word is. Anyway, feeling that now, because of course I'm now up to like 41 minutes. I mean, obviously I can take off a couple of minutes because we were chatting at the beginning and just introducing what we were doing. So, I mean, technically you could say I'm up to only like, you know, 39 minutes, let's say. But still, that's only leaving me 6 minutes to decorate all of these up. So that's probably a tall order, isn't it? Let's be honest. Okay, right, let's just quickly ink down there. Okay. Oh, that looks so gorgeous. I just love how that looks. Right, what else have I got laying about? So I've got a number here. We could just add a number. I've got a little flower. Could have a little flower, I suppose. I mean, that's kind of sweet like that, isn't it? And then, I mean, you know me, I can't now not have lace. So let's see what lace I've got, you know, that I could just put on there as well. Just have a look through my little bag. My bag of lace that I just keep, you know, beside my desk. So it's mainly kind of small pieces, you know, that I have been using for other things. But I've got some of this. That might be quite good. What else is in here? I've got this, but this is quite thick. So I think this might be too, you know, too heavy to use on there. Okay. What's that? Okay. Oh, I think that's more of that, actually. Right. Okay. I mean, obviously I've got more lace behind me in my drawers, but I was just trying to, you know, use a couple of pieces out of my little bag there. Okay. I think this one's going to be quite nice. So, yeah. Okay, right, let's stick that umbrella down. Okay, oops, that glue's a little bit much glue. Just going to dab it off on my desk. Okay, let's kind of slide that down like that. Oh, okay, let's just press that in. Just wipe that glue off before I get the pocket stuck onto the desk. Because stranger things have happened, as you know. It really, you know, wouldn't be beyond the realms, would it, that would then be stuck on the desk. I mean, of course it would peel off, but yeah. I'm just wondering whether I might even be able to have some flowers. I'm really trying to be kind of more adventurous and mix things up a little bit. And I wouldn't really normally do things like this, you know, put like different flowers to what that pocket is. That to me feels a bit colour clashy, and you know, you wouldn't really do it. But yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more adventurous. Okay, let me just have a look. I have got a little ticket here, and we could just put those tickets on. Just bring that lace in again. I mean, that's quite pretty, isn't it? I feel a bit like I do need something black down there. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to, let me just cut out this dictionary definition. So okay. Oh, that's nice there, isn't it? Yeah, I feel sort of happier with that, I think. I mean, I still kind of quite like those flowers. I mean, they're just not my normal type of thing, I've got to say, but you know, I don't mind them. I think they're quite nice. Oh, perhaps I'll just go for that dictionary definition. Now, do we want the lace like over, like, you know, on the top, or do we want it hanging off the bottom? I think I prefer it on the top. In which case, do we want this actually over the lace? Oh, perhaps not. No, perhaps not. So let's just put that on. Okay. Oops. Just sliding around everywhere now. Right. Oh dear. Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? And let's have some bling, because of course, you know, why wouldn't we? Oh, let me see where my favourite black bling is. Oh, I've got a whole bunch of stuff piled up on top of my, you know, my lovely organiser that Brenda kindly bought me. It's got all stuff piled up from my beginners series. So it's kind of, yeah, a bit hard to get to things at the moment because of all the beginners things. The things that I've been using for the beginners series is all piled up on top of that organiser. So it's just not quite so accessible as it should be. Okay. Right, just using my Fabri-Tac, oops, which is now complaining. The bottle has split and I really need to transfer it into a different bottle. And I've been saying that for ages as well, but yeah, still haven't done it for some reason. Okay. Oh, come on. Perhaps I need to unclog the thingy. Oh dear. Sorry about this. Oh, now I'm up to like, oh gosh, I can't see even, oh my gosh, 48 minutes. So that is my time now, even taking into account the couple of minutes of chatting time at the beginning. I'm now up to time. So yeah, let me just get this stuck down and put the bling on, and then we probably will have to call it quits there. If I'm going to be doing it, you know, not cheating. So yeah. Let's just cut that off. Oh, that is so cute. I love how that looks. And then I'm just going to put that lovely bling, maybe like there on that side. Oh gosh, right. Oh, because I'm having one of those horrible clumsy days today, I can barely hold it. So, oh, come on. Now gone horrible and crooked. Well, I don't really like them on there straight, so yeah, looks okay. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? Right, I would quite like a number there, but again, I've only really got that black one, which I feel like that's a bit too big. So I might have to just, you know, put a number on here later or something, because I don't want to put the wrong one on. That's quite cute on the top of that umbrella, isn't it? Oh, let's do that. Okay. Just pop that there. Okay, well, I have to say I didn't particularly do very well because I have achieved 4 and I've only decorated 1. But they're lovely pockets, aren't they? And I have got a little bit of guidance as to, you know, where I'm going with them. So I really hope that you like them. And yeah, as I say, I will link Rachel's original video, and yeah, have fun if you make some of these. And thank you so much for watching. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend and see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.